And last but not least, because, you know, this person really, she really helped me out here. I really want to give a great big thanks to McCaffrey Interest. Yeah. Now, Sutra over there, stand up. Let's give her a hand. Thank you so much for your contribution to helping the students. There's a whole bunch of things that I really want to share with you today, but I want something to share with you that's been very important. When we did this Green Summit, something really came out of this that was really great. If you ever look back at your quality of life plan, you can find it on our website, and really look at the first strategy. On the first strategy, we talked about finding an identity for South Chicago, and Alderman Pope talked about that. And we found it. We are a steel town. We went from steel to green, and that's what we are. We're this greening community. And one of the things that came out of this Green Summit that has just catapulted in really demonstrating the significance of South Chicago, its historical significance and the future of South Chicago, and what a wonderful place this is the tours that we have been giving. And I really want to thank Joanne and Kevin, because they wrote that first script for the tours. And let's give them a great big hand for this tour. Well, I want you to know that those tours really morphed into a whole bunch of different activities that we have here in South Chicago. And one of them was the opportunity to share what a great community we actually are. We are being focused on at the Department of Tourism about all of the wonderful things about our community. And hopefully, if this computer works for me, I want to share that with you. And no, here we go again. We're going to give it a try. Okay, she's going to help me out here. We've been doing tours for South Chicago. We've had some wonderful people help us out here. Joanne and Kevin. Zebedee Rivera came out and helped us, and they helped us really fine-tune the script. And so we could tell people about what it is to be green in South Chicago. So we created a slideshow presentation that you can actually access on Explore Chicago, and just click on South Chicago.
I think it's down,
yeah.
The second one.
It's this one.
Oh, right.
Right here. And I'm going to show that to you. Hello, my name is Jackie.
Hello, my name is Graciela. We want to welcome you to South Chicago, or maybe I should say welcome you back. So many Chicagoans have such a strong connection to South Chicago because they are just one family member removed from working in the steel mill. The U.S. Steel South Works was the backbone of the neighborhood for more than 100 years. The mill made the steel that built the Sears Tower and McCormick Place. The steel age attracted thousands of workers from Eastern Europe and the Deep South. When those workers went on strike in 1919, the mills hired the Mexicans as strikebreakers. At its peak, the mill employed 130,000 workers. When it finally closed in 1992, the neighborhood suffered and families vanished.
Today, South Chicago is transforming into a green and vibrant community. We're capitalizing on our strengths, including our diverse population, thriving business district, strong churches, affordable energy-efficient housing, eclectic arts community, and beautiful parks. South Chicago is so diverse. The people of South Chicago can trace their roots back to Africa, Mexico, Haiti, Croatia, and many other parts of the world. Each group brings its own ancestral flavor to the neighborhood. There are African hair braiding shops, Mexican restaurants, and ethnic groceries in South Chicago. You'll get your flavor of it if you hop on Still Millie, our very own streetcar that runs up and down Commercial Avenue and around the neighborhood.
I shop on Commercial Avenue, where we have many mom and pop shops and restaurants too. My earliest memories of Commercial Avenue are shopping with my mother and grandmother at Goldblatt's, Woolworth's, which had the best slice of pizza, and Three Sisters, which had the best deals for women's clothing, according to my mom. Now I shop there with my daughter. One of our favorite places on Commercial Avenue is El Potrillo. They have the best homemade ice cream and aguas frescas in the neighborhood.
I grew up on the south side of Chicago, and South Chicago was my downtown. When I was growing up, I remember shopping down Commercial Avenue with my mother too, and my father would take me to buy fried shrimp at Calumet Fisheries on 95th Street. That's the bridge where they shot the Blues Brothers when Jake and Elwood drove across the bridge when it was going up.
From the steeples of Pilgrim Baptist Church, to the National Shrine of St. Jude at Our Lady of Guadalupe Church, to the splendor of the stained glass at St. Michael's Church, you can visit us in the spring and experience our ecumenical services and visit these wonderful churches.
Now on the creative side, the arts community is a constant part of the life of South Chicago. We see the arts as building connections between our visions and reality. We use it to connect to our youth, celebrate our culture, and strengthen our relationships with our community and each other. We also see the arts as a way to make peace in the community and within ourselves. The Artist Garden, created by the South Chicago Arts Center, is a respite of art and nature that grew out of the once abandoned city block.
This is a tomatillo plant. This is a volunteer. We didn't plant it. So they're almost like a weed because there's so many of them. But salsa verde, which is a Mexican salsa, is made from it. So there's a husk, and when you break open the husk, the tomatoes inside. Now, I tried to cook these, and it did not work out for me, but I can tell you that people in this neighborhood love these things. And what they do is they blend them up with onions and garlic, and then they preserve them for the whole winter and eat it all winter long.
The Artist Garden is just one way we celebrate green in South Chicago. If you visit in the spring, you can attend the 10th Ward Green Summit that includes tours of energy-efficient affordable housing built by Claretian Associates, or take a class and learn how being green can be economical.
Or you can come anytime to celebrate nature in South Chicago. Nature has always been a big part of this formerly industrialized neighborhood. We play at Bessemer Park, Russell Square, and our crown jewel, Calumet Park, which lies along the lake.
Calumet Park originally was supposed to be just 40 acres, but when the field house was built in 1924, the park was actually 200 acres. It's so big that you can set up a volleyball net, swim, play on one of our 2 beaches, have a picnic, or just take a walk. And if you come by on Thursday between 11 and 4, you can visit Southeast Chicago Historical Society inside the historic Calumet Park Fieldhouse and learn even more about the rich history of our neighborhood.
Of it. I mean, this is really just taking off. You might not know this, but we're even taking it to another step. Pretty soon you'll be able to use your smartphones and actually take a walking tour in the month of May. And it's going to be really cool. You start at the metro station. It'll tell you a couple of stores, and it'll pull out some very significant things. I think if I can just quickly, I'm not going to show you the clip yet because it's not quite ready, but I don't know where it is. There we go. Let me just give you a sample of what it's going to look like. It's going to look like this. So you use it on your smartphone, and I cannot believe, oh, here it is. I was like, man, you can't tell me South Chicago's not here. And so then you'll click on South Chicago, just like that. And it'll give you a little walking tour that you can take. And it's going to be really cool because you'll have this opportunity to not only walk it, be healthy, be green, and it'll be an audio tour, but I'm not going to go through that part, just give you an idea. This is just the stop, and you'll be able to click on, and it'll give you a little bit more information about South Chicago. So those are some of the things that we wanted you to see, because, you know, we have a lot of pride in our community, and I just think we need to show it off. And one last thing so you can see, the Department of Tourism actually made a book that showcases the communities in South Chicago, and guess what? Smack dab in the middle, South Chicago, we're on the map. We are on the map. So, you know, sometimes there's these little things that we do that really shows people who we are and what we can do. And hopefully, I'm going to tell the kids over there, we're going to have you soon being our docent so you can tell people about what's going on here in South Chicago.